a Gatore coffee. First, let's find out how many are in the area.
Gatore coffee. Got it. There's only one that's close to Sendai Station.
Whoa, that was fast.
It's a bit of a walk, but I'll be happy to guide you to the destination.
You're amazing, Sophia. It's like you were made to be a navigator. But being the navigator's my job. Where's that coming from?
It's simply a question of having the right person for the right job. Fear not, Futaba. There are plenty of things only you can do.
I guess that's true. Nobody else can act like a weirdo quite like you do, Inari.
Who are you calling a weirdo?
Alright, guess we'll just head over to the cafe then, yeah?
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay, I've got it.
This is it. Gatore coffee.
I can smell the coffee. It seems to be just an ordinary cafe.
Are we sure we have the right place? We'll just have to put in the keyword and see. All right, let's make it happen. The trauma cell's calling our names.
Trauma cell?
It's just a name I came up with. Trauma room sounds like some kind of cheesy hospital drama.
Call it whatever you want. You gotta roll.
The key to opening that birdcage has got to be here somewhere. Do you remember the keyword?
Of course. It's Prince of Nightmares.
It's just like what happened in Shibuya. This is where Natsume's trauma comes from.
What could have happened to him, I wonder?
Shh! Someone's up ahead.
Are you sure about this? Awarding him the grand prize for that? Ongo Natsume. The kid's entered every contest, but he's never made it past the first stage. He's as stubborn as he is incompetent. What's more, his writing is so painfully generic, it only becomes more obvious when you compare it to the other candidates.
What?
That voice. Is it Natsume?
It can't be. He acknowledged my work.
It's fine. He's the great Sogo Natsume's grandson, remember? Brand recognition is a huge part of marketability. Nobody gives a rat's ass about what's beyond the cover. Though a certain someone seems to think he's actually worth a damn.
Poor kid can't even see just how hopeless he really is. Seriously, it's pathetic.
I'm trying as hard as I can.
No skin off my nose, so long as he keeps raking it in. We hit the jackpot with that one, and I plan on riding him straight to the top. And if he does by some miracle make something decent of himself, well then everyone wins, right?
These guys are the worst.
Here it comes!
Right on. A talentless hack like you is hopeless! Hopeless! Hopeless!
This is the same thing we saw in Shibuya.
Careful! It's using different weapons from last time.
He can't seriously be proud. Can he?
Oh, you're mine. Last attack is crazy fast.
But on the other hand, it leaves him wide open. Dodge the attack, then hit him with everything you've got. Incoming attack! Brace yourself! Bam! Silent tackle!
All right, Joker, take this. Baron, Succubus. Take this.
Joker got in a follow-up attack!
Fire.
Please allow me.
exploit its weakness to curse!
Thanks for the help.
Persona!
Oh, thanks, Joker! You hit its weakness! Oh, how cool!
I might not like that Sendai. These assholes who were using him the whole time, right?
Yeah, I feel kind of sorry for him. We only chose him for who he was, not what he wrote.
Authors are just chips in a bigger game. They exist solely for us to win.
From what I can tell, this editor was a real scumbag.
Another! I refuse to let this go on any longer.
Oh, that's how you do it!
Fox is cool too!
Fair warning, this one's gonna be rough!
Normal!
Way to follow up, Fox!
That was well played.
I am
Not
done.
bad, anyone?
Prepare yourself! Take this!
Did I get that one?
Done! The grand finale! Time for the curtain call.
Oh, good one!
Persona!
Bingo! That's still just now? Perfection! This guy's pretty strong! Capitalize on its ice weakness!
Another! Take this! I am done.
You better think that name of yours. Wait, I see it. That's all you'll ever have.
It's wiping around with his sneak attack. Is this when they call him Ninja?
Not exactly. Last time I checked, ninjas don't use giant spaghetti.
You've got a knack for stringing yourself along.
It's fast. Be careful not to get caught up in its attacks.
Okay, taking evasive action.
Incoming attack! Brace yourself! Sophie's stamina is running low. She needs to recharge.
You know, I said I would do this for the money. Well, except this shit is torture.
He's going for a combo attack. Don't let him ram you.
Appreciate it.
Normal!
Gotta exploit those weaknesses. Nice one. Awesome with the fancy footwork.
This is it! Take this! Damn it!
This guy's pretty strong.
Persona!
Capitalize on its ice weakness.
This!
More combo.
Done! Splendid work! Take this!
Oh, Nino!
That was well played.
Another!
Okay, Fox, it's showtime. Make it spectacular.
Grand finale! Time for the curtain call.
Such beauty.
Go! Pull!
Worthless trash like yours will sell. And as long as there's a buyer, I'll be there to bleed you dry.
Sword are nothing if you lack the conditions to swing it. Dull blade is worthless against me. Thank you. Take this!
Hey, Mr. Natsume.
We did it! The warden's down for the count.
Okay.
A new move? Congratulations!
Whew. Well, I guess that does it.
We can get inside the birdcage now, right? Better get going then.
Wait, but what was that we just saw? Seems Ango Natsume wasn't given that award on his own merit. Those editors just used him for his name.
So, there was a secret behind that novel after all.
But he's not a bad guy, is he? sounded like he entered the competition a whole bunch of times.
And just when he thought his hard work was paying off, he had to hear all that. It must have been devastating.
Those editors are horrible. They knew his writing wasn't good enough, but they still gave him the prize just so they could make money.
It still doesn't justify what he's doing now.
Nevertheless, I'm beginning to understand how he feels.
Fox?
Rising to fame atop stolen ideas, pulling at people's emotions with a fabricated story. Even worse, robbing others of their free will, changing their hearts, and wallowing in his own vanity. These crimes are unforgivable. There's no denying that he's been a fool, and yet, in spite of all that, it doesn't change the fact that Natsume spent years giving it everything he had. Creative work is often a lonely endeavor, and battling against that loneliness is truly a challenge in and of itself. As if it wasn't hard enough, if you don't produce results, no one will even think twice about you. One might even begin to think that such dark and unfulfilling times are all that's in store. Had I taken one wrong step, I may very well have turned out to be just as hideous as him.
Inari.
It's thanks to your friendship that I didn't stray from the path. He, however, doesn't seem to have anyone. Natsume should know better than most that there's no meaning in superficial glory. Now he's turned his back on what he truly wants to write for the sake of spinning this infernal novel of lies. Someone needs to bring him back to his senses.
You seem pretty motivated this time around, Inari.
As one who's dedicated his life to art, I simply cannot condone his actions. Now, let us bring this to an end. We'll send the calling card, then wrest the Overlord from his throne.